My guy, boxing analyst Tristan Thompson. Tristan, welcome back, my brother. I'm
What's going on?
I'm coming to you first, bro.
Please, Drew.
Are you concerned that LeBron and AD don't have enough help to win a title?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not concerned at all. I mean, let's put it like this. You got AD and LeBron, top 5 players in the league, hands down, no question about
No
it.
question.
No question.
But the thing that makes their team so special, they got guys with championship DNA. You got Danny Green, champion, with Toronto, with San Antonio, play with greatness, knows how to play with greatness. Mind you, if you take it way back with Danny Green, when he was with the Spurs, he was the one that almost set the record for the most threes made in the game against the Heat. Also, Danny Green shows up when it's counted. Game 3 against the Warriors. What do you have? 18 points, all behind the arc. So you know that's one guy that's ready to play.
Check.
Now you also got Rondo, champion, point guard, floor general. And you know playoff Rondo, what he did to Portland a couple years back with AD, upset that 3 seed. Now you also got Dwight Howard, who's been in a lot of playoff games, who got playoff experience. And then you got my man, J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith, he knows. He's got championship DNA. At the end of the day, you cannot replace those kind of guys. Those guys know what it is. In the playoffs, coach is only going to play 8 guys. So those guys already know what it takes. And to be honest, they just got to have big moments. So I can speak off experience with the Cavaliers. When we lost, K-Love to a concussion against the Warriors, when we came back from 3-1, it was all of us as a group. It was Richard Jefferson. It was myself. It was Dellavedova. We all played a role to cover up that third star role. So I believe they got enough.
I don't believe anything you just said. But I love you, and I respect what you said, and I respect your resume. But, boy, leave this one to me, big dog, because let me talk about the collection plate all-stars.
Come on now, bring
Here
it.
he goes.
Come on.
Here comes
he goes.
I call it, hey, they bench is the collection plate all-star. They just passing that plate around hoping somebody donate. Here we go. LeBron and AD, 2 of the top 5 players. Duh. But then they also got, 5 of the bottom 5 players. And they going to actually count on a couple of them. And I'm going to point out a couple of them. One is the homie, Kyle Kuzma. Woo, woo, woo. I got to do my job, though. I got kids to feed. So Kyle Kuzma is going to be counted on to be their 3rd best player. By all the numbers, yeah, he is their 3rd best player. But I want to put up a full screen and full love and respect to Colin Cowherd. As I was preparing for the show a couple of days ago, I saw this. The 3rd best players on NBA title teams. Look at these names. Chris Bosh, who was a number 1 in Toronto before he joined to be a number 3 in Miami. Kawhi Leonard, best player in the game right now. Draymond Green, who was a walking triple-double, it felt like at a time. But I'm not even going to count him. Let's go back to Kevin Love, guys that LeBron played with. Kevin Love was out there, 20 and 12? And then you look, Klay Thompson stopped playing Marcellus Wiley, and Kyle Lowry, obviously, an all-star. And now we're going to count on Kyle Kuzma to be that guy. When Kyle Kuzma is going out there and averaging 12 and 4. His numbers are lesser. He's never been in that situation before. And then people are going to say, no, it's going to be a shared experience. He'll step up. Him and Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso, who we don't know how he's going to respond in this moment. Think about it. Everybody's like, there's no pressure. There's no home court advantage. Everyone's in the same bubble. He's not going to have to go on the road and play. He'll be fine. Except pressure is not about external factors. It's how you internalize the moment. The night before, Kyle Kuzma and Alex Caruso are going to be counted on in a do-or-die situation. You don't think it's going to be a sleepless night? I think it will. The collection plate all-stars are going to let the Lakers down.
Marcellus, let me tell you why you're wrong, my friend. Because Tristan had already preached the good
all-stars,
gospel.
number 1 in the West.
Thank you. But don't even worry about it, Tris. Don't even worry about it, Tris. I'm going to set him straight, bro.
I can't hear you.
Here the first thing, Marcellus, that you're forgetting about. LeBron has the best number 2 that he's had. That's the first thing. But I'm not going to go there because I'm not going to go there right now.
Dwayne Wade.
I'm not going to go there.
Dwayne Wade, day one.
Look statistically
Tristan,
first off.
admit it. Tristan, admit it.
But let me talk to you about the real facts, Marcellus, because what Tristan said is true. You don't never know who the real number 3 is going to show up and be. In Cleveland, when Tristan was there on the court and they won that chip, Tristan's so humble. That's what I like about him.
I do like that.
He forgot to mention the fact that my dog put up 15 and 16 in Game 6. Tristan did that. See, everybody talks about Kevin Love was that great wingman.
Don't ever forget.
But remember, he had a concussion. What did Kevin Love give you, Marcellus, when the Cavs won that chip? He gave you 8 and 6 in that. Is that what we're talking about? Is that what the Lakers are going to miss so desperately? 8-6? Because when they didn't have K-Love, when LeBron didn't have that number 3, guys like Tristan stepped up. Guys like Deli stepped up. So don't sit here and tell me that Danny Green can't step up. Don't sit here and tell me that Kuzma can't step up. We even seen Dion Waiters get buckets as of late. So you're really going to sit here, Marcellus, and build your entire argument. The entire foundation of the sense you're trying to make is around the 8-6 that Kevin Love gave when the Cavs won their chip. I'm not buying it because dudes like Tristan, who actually had 10-10 that time they won the chip, they step up, and I think dudes on the Lakers are going to step up as well.
Yeah, no, like you said, no, guys are going to step up. And the dark horse, I'm going to keep saying, is Dion Waiters. One thing about Dion, when he gets going, in the playoffs, it's all about matchups. You know, the team's in the game plan for LeBron and AD. And that's one thing for us when we're in the playoffs. Teams always match up for the top, you know, your top seeds and your best players. So for us, it's like, you know, the role players got to be ready to go. So guys like Dion, you see him get into the bucket like that. D. Waiters, Philly Cheese. You know, when he gets going, he's one of the best scorers. You saw what he did with Miami against the Clippers, riled out 14 straight on the comeback. Like, Dion, he's the type of player where he gets going, it's hard to stop him. Danny Green, like I said, Danny Green behind the arc. If he gets going, that's another guy that's going to bring havoc.
Another one.
They got so many guys. And another one. Even Dwight Howard, think about this. Dwight Howard, yes, you want to say yes. Dwight Howard, 20-10. We don't need that from Dwight right now to win the championship. If he comes in, checks it for JaVale, and gets 10, 8, and 2, that's going to change the whole momentum of the game.
That's it.
That's all we need. We don't need guys.
Tristan, Marcellus don't like facts, bro. Marcellus likes opinions. They don't like facts anymore.
Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love with a concussion. Which one's better, that duo or Alex Caruso and Kyle Kuzma? See, stop playing with me. Look, y'all keep talking about, oh, the number 3 could go down and we can have a number 4. Their number 3 is not dependable, let alone you want to go deeper and go, as you said, darker into the dark horse category, where now you got firecrackers. And Tristan, you know this. Coaches, when they talk about their philosophy and culture, like dependability, reliability. They like predictability. They want to know you're going to be in the right place at the right time. They don't want LeBron doing this to J.R. Smith again. Like, hey, dog, what are you doing? Why are you calling timeout? Why are you running around with the ball? They don't need those moments. They don't need you to pop off here and there. They need a consistent excellence. And in this situation, consistent goodness would just help. But they don't have that. When you get out of the AD and LeBron category, you're going to look at who's in your way. And there's a term in sports they call traffic cop. You need someone to traffic cop the Los Angeles Clippers. That means basically redirect them.
How does it always come back to the Clippers?
Because they're the number 2 seed.
We weren't even talking about the Clippers right now. He love the Clippers. We're talking about the Lakers.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah, I love them Clippers. All right, let me tell you this. I'm going to just tell you this real quick. The Clippers, you have to go back to the 80s with the Lakers and Celtics to find a team that has 2 tremendous top stars, dual players, two-way players, and then the collection of depth that they have. I don't know a team, unless we go way back, that is not only top-heavy, but also bottom-heavy like this. Tristan, any team as deep as the Clippers with those 2 cherries on top.
Tristan, I'm not going to let Marcellus take us back to the 80s because you and I weren't alive in the 80s. So I'm going to stay in the present.
No, I wasn't.
Okay?
91.
Thank you. I'm going to sit here and let Marcellus take us back when he was watching the NBA back in his heyday, back when he was watching the Black. No. Here's what you're forgetting, Marcellus. This is what kills me, bruh. LeBron right now is playing with a number 2, if you want to refer to AD as number 2, that's making LeBron better. See, that's what you're sleeping on, bro. You're forgetting the fact of LeBron, career high in assists. LeBron leads the NBA in assists. So LeBron is going to get to chill until it's time to kill. That's what LeBron's going to get to do, which we haven't seen him have the luxury of doing. But again, we've made such a big deal about this number 3. Even Bosh was giving you 12-7 when they won the chip as the number 3. K-Love was giving you 8-6 when they won the chip as the number 3. So, Marcellus, I can't sit here and listen to you say LeBron winning this crown is going to be dependent upon them having a number 3. That just don't make sense as a strong and valid argument.
Look, it really does. Look, once again, I got to coach against you. I just whipped you up in some football. I'm going to whip you up in some basketball.
Never saw such a thing.
Here we go. Okay. AD is going to go out there and ball out. He's going to have a great stat line. But against the Clippers, he doesn't show up in the fourth quarter. LeBron's going to be amazing because him and AD is a dynamic duo. But then LeBron is even less against the Clippers. The thing is, there's no other team. I'm not talking about Houston. I'm not talking about other teams out there that you're saying are going to get in the way. The usage rate of the Lakers duo is only coupled with the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, we know if Houston's duo is not fully charged, they have no chance, correct? We know the same thing about the Lakers. But there's one team that you don't know that about. Lou Williams will win you a game. Montrezl Harrell could take over a game. Is Kyle Kuzma really going to take over the game where he's only has one game ever over 30 points? And then he always follows up his great games with, like, donuts, 4 points, missing in action. My point is there's no consistency to their plan B because they have no plan B. They have no wiggle room, and it's going to come back to haunt them.
I remember people saying the same thing. You sound like back in 2015 when we was playing the Chicago Bulls.
Take us back to the glory
You
days,
sound
Tristan.
just like everybody on ESPN and Fox that's saying the same thing in 2015 when K-Love went down with the shoulders injury. They all said, you know, how is LeBron going to get past Chicago? They have Tibbs, they got Boozer, they got Noah, they have this, they got D Rose. But then the Cavs only have, you know, Kyrie, Tristan, inexperienced. You got JR, who knows? You got Shum, no experience. Dellavedova, undrafted. They said all that stuff, and what we come up and do? Beat them 4-2 and end that whole dynasty. Because you know why? You cannot put a price tag on a leader, on a champion like LeBron. He is able to, the guys like you said, Kuzma, yes, he might have 12, but if he has an off night, KCP's going to step up. That's what a real leader does, brings the best out of all his teammates. Look at myself. Shoot, that's how I got paid. That's how I got paid. K-Love went down, and I started playing well, get a double-double, because even though I was averaging, 8 and 8 points, that's what you'd say. You'd be like, what, Tristan Thompson, 8 and 8 points, what's he going to do? But guess what? When the opportunity arises, guys come ready to play. And that's something that we cannot predict, but one thing I know is that we got those guys, they got guys on their team with their backs against the wall, they're ready to go. Dion, South Philly, he going to be ready to go. J.R. Smith got something to prove. Rondo, got the boo-boo finger, he gonna be ready to go too. Like Dwight Howard, you got all these guys got something to prove. And like you said, that church collection plate, when I go to church, I gotta put the most money in. So that's a good tithes and offering when I come.
You be feeling that pressure in the eyeballs.